This is day 2 for my daily series, and I don't mean as in this is going to be the only video that I'm going to be posting. This will be the first video for the day, and then you guys will receive more videos from me because I have many things to document. So for today, yes, I'm going to talk about how I spent last night backtesting, breaking down my strategy and what I have done. So I'm going to show you first of all, can you guys see this? All right, this is what I've been doing after catching a loss on my day trading on Friday. So I thought to myself, you know what, let me just try and break down so that I know exactly every time market condition, like basically trading patterns. I figured later on. So I want to see how market looks like, the format that it's sitting on. And then I would say, okay, based off of this format, I've seen it before, so this is going to be bullish. Based off this format, around this time, it is going to be bearish. This is going to react from mid-Asia, etc., etc. So I spent the night basically studying my strategy, and I broke it down for so many reasons. Number one, before I stepped into that, I was jumping between 3 strategies, and one was the ICT concept silver bullet, which I like, which I can relate to, and I like how it works within specific time, specific setup, and you in, you out. It doesn't require data analysis. That is what I was on. And then the second one was more like supply and demand. This is coming from me studying and actually investing into a mentor, and I become a part of a group where people were studying supply and demand. So the idea, and every time that when I also did some research around it, and I found that eventually supply and demand is just coming from ICT. Eventually it just labeled differently. And I'm not saying this to shit on people who are trading supply and demand. I don't really care. So the idea is that these two are there, and every time I'm trying to trade, they come into my mind. I'm thinking to myself, wow, maybe I'm seeing supply and demand, maybe I'm seeing ICT. And then the third one is my own discovery of a setup where it happens around 5 a.m. every time the highest London session is created. Price tends to target the low of London session, and it always happens between around sometimes 4:30 a.m. London session or 5 a.m. You get a nice reversal targeting the low of the session, and that also I was jumping between these three strategies. So finally, I wrote down the cons and pros for all of them, and then I just decided to go with silver bullet. And then I said, you know what, let me start a silver bullet. So something happened. As I was back testing, I found out that there was a sharp turn, like sharp V shape, and then it clicked. And then that clicked. I remembered something. I was like, wait. This V shape, I have seen it somewhere. What have I seen it? I remembered maybe I saw it on some videos that I've been watching on YouTube. Maybe I saw it on a TGR content. So I've seen this somewhere. This is a really good, strong reversal pattern. I want to know what this V shape is all about. So I went on YouTube and I did some research. The first thing that came up was some Russian guy who was explaining about this idea of the V shape. But before he got into the explaining of V shape, he was also, trading ICT concept, but this guy was doing other things. He was also explaining, fair value gap in a way that nobody else explained to me, and my mind was blown away. Really, I liked it how he was actually explaining it. He talked about every fair value gap closing is not the same. One means it's going to expand, meaning we will not come back to, meaning we are not coming back to tap into the gap. We're just going to continue. It's called a fair value gap expansion, and you're supposed to enter it from the third candle, not from the gap. I didn't know this. This is new to me. Okay, this is news to me. And then there's other ones that tell you that you're supposed to come back, and actually it comes back and mitigates the fair value gap and then pushes out. These things were new to me. Now listen. And then as I was listening, he also tapped into something else that was really, really important. Like I was avoiding because I found it really confusing. Everybody explaining it. It wasn't that clear. He talked about daily bias in a way that was so easy to understand. I don't know what was going on last night. It was amazing. So he talked about daily bias, about starting from the weekly, just like everybody said. I heard this before, and everybody talked about context, but the way he said it, it clicked. I don't know what was going on last night, to be honest. So I sat there and I listened, and he talked about daily bias by saying you have the weekly, right? You start your daily buy list by going into starting from the weekly gap. You find a fair value gap that price is reacting from, and then he said then we talked about V shape also, right? He said V shape is this is the strongest reversal. It forms by fair value gap in, fair value gap out. That is a V shape. He said you track that from the weekly to daily to 4 hours, and then you find gaps that is doing the same thing to from 4 hours to 1 hour, from 1 hour to 15, the 5 minute, and into the 1 minute. You will find yourself you have aligned all the time frames, all the buys where you hit it. And not only that, you have already established for yourself where basically you have a context where the market is headed for the week. And then you cannot go wrong with that one. And I've done that. It was so powerful. So that is what I have in backtesting. That's what happened last night. I discovered all these things completely new. I've heard them before, but the way they came together just last night was amazing. And that's what I want to share with you guys. That's all I got for today. If you're new here, my name is Omar. I'm in my 30s. I'm trying to get my first funded account, and follow the journey, and please like and follow the journey. Thanks for watching.